as mentioned, my name is Nathan Anderson. I am with the Alberta Association of Agricultural Societies. We're one of the members on the Open Farm Day Steering Committee. Along with us, we work with Travel Alberta and Ag and Forestry from the Government of Alberta. We also have Tanis, who's going to talk with you later, contracted as a culinary coordinator, and Nicola, also contracted as our marketing coordinator. As Brenda mentioned, this is the 8th year for Open Farm Days. Last year, 2019, was by far our biggest one. And so what I wanted to do today is talk a little bit about our 2019 Open Farm Days, a little bit looking forward to 2020, and give some tips and suggestions on how we can have the best 2020 Open Farm Days. So Open Farm Days 2019 was hands down our biggest yet. We had growth in almost every single key category. And we worked on a few new projects, including the Open Farm Days beer and stories on our website. Both those had their advantages, especially the beer was something new, got some more people involved with Open Farm Days, and stories gave us some lifelong content on our website so people continue to visit year round. This chart here shows the amount of farms that have participated in Open Farm Days throughout the year since the beginning. As you can see, it's grown from 41 all the way to 150, which we had this past year. That 150 is a 28% increase over the 117 we had in 2018, which is a great increase. That's the most we had since 2016 over 2015. 150 farms is absolutely amazing, and we had such a diversity. Brenda went over a list of quite a bit of the types of farms and other agricultural and people that participate, and it was just wonderful to see, and we had wonderful experiences from people overall. The feedback we got was amazing. This chart here shows the amount of visitors that have come out and visited. We had the largest increase since the second year. Second year we had a 143% increase, but this year we had 81, which is huge. We went from about 23,000 people up to 42,000, almost doubling actually how much we had. And it's neat to see because a lot of these participants or these visitors that came, there's a good balance between people that have participated in Open Farm Days in the past and people attending for their first time. So we're starting to see really good retention numbers, which is great for the future of the event, but we're still marketing and reaching new people. And so we're expecting, as long as things clear up this year, for another great year as we're starting to build up some momentum with Open Farm Days. This is the total on-farm sales that we had year after year. We had a 39% increase, which is one of our biggest increases we had again in the history of the program, which is quite impressive this far into the program. We had over $260,000 in on-farm sales, which is amazing. And in total, we've reached almost $1 million. We're just shy of 900,000. And we're expecting that if things go smoothly this year, we'll easily surpass the total of $1 million in on-farm sales throughout the 8 years of the program. It's great to see just how quickly this part has been growing as well. And a lot of that has just gone to the marketing efforts of the individual farms. So this year for Open Farm Days 2020, it's going to be August 15th and 16th, which is once again a Saturday and a Sunday. Both the Open Farm Days, the open house component, and the culinary events will be happening on the Saturday and Sunday. And you can register at albertafarmdays.ca, and that's where visitors can come and plan their route as well. We are looking at how we can expand this year, continuing to do ideas with Open Farm Days beer, Open Farm Days juice, possible overnight stays. A lot of these things, again, are dependent on the current conditions in Alberta come Open Farm Days time, but we're expecting a lot of growth and new initiatives to help keep Open Farm Days fresh and exciting for the people who have participated in the past and trying to recruit new visitors for the future. So here's some support that we can offer you from the steering committee level for each individual farm. We do a group insurance policy that as soon as you register for Open Farm Days, you're automatically included in. This can go on top of the insurance you already have, or if you don't have it, then we have that covered there. Information will be sent out once you register. Probably we'll be able to send it out in May. We're still working with our insurance provider on what that would look like. We hired a marketing coordinator, Nicola, who will speak with you later. And she does a great job with her social media and stuff on our website to make sure that Open Farm Days is relevant and up to date and that people are aware of what it is as a provincial event. And then we do a provincial-wide marketing campaign, including digital and traditional media throughout all of Alberta. We do newspaper, radio ads, social media, and we're always looking for new ways to reach people. We provide marketing materials, including posters and postcards that we send out to each farm. You can put these posters throughout town, give these postcards to your friends, family, your consumers, whoever it may be. And this is a good opportunity to advertise your event more at a regional level. When you register for Open Farm Days, we do a listing on our website, and we have a cool plan your trip tool where people can then input your farm into that tool, and they can figure out how they can come visit you and visit some farms nearby. And on that listing, you're able to talk about what you do during your event, the hours you're open, all these different details. The better you make that listing, the better results you will have during Open Farm Days weekend, but we'll go over that later. We've hired a culinary coordinator, that being Tanis, who will speak with you later, and she does a great job with answering some questions that you may have regards to where you should get started, what you should do, regulations, all those different areas. We do a porta potty reimbursement up to $200 for each farm. People, when they come out and visit, they often don't realize that maybe there's quite a large distance between farms or anything like that, and so they're always looking for a bathroom to use. Instead of having to allow people into your bathroom, you can rent a porta potty, and we can help cover that. We provide host resources, including host buttons, directional signs, temporary tattoos, other things like that that you can use during the weekend to help you out. We have some online host resources. I'll share the password with you in a little bit, that you can access some information online that constantly gets updated throughout the season, so continue to check back on there. We do workshops such as these ones that you're attending right now. And for agricultural societies, we provide grants for them so they can help build up some regional support. In some of the areas that don't have quite as many farms, it's always nice to have an ag society participate, so you can actually have a host there that is willing to take a few more risks and help out their community. Now, I wanted to talk about in the past, especially this past year, we surveyed a lot of visitors to figure out what they enjoyed the most, so you can apply this to your Open Farm Days experience this year. One of them was animals. May seem like an obvious one, but people do come out to your farm to see animals if you do have them. It's something that's a little bit harder to see in the city, so they want to come see a goat or a lamb, chicken, whatever it may be. Not always the case, but quite often people do enjoy seeing baby animals. If you have those, that's great. But if not, like I said, people just come out to see animals in general. Tours. People they're coming out for that agritourism aspect, but they want to receive an education on how farms operate, what your day-to-day life is like, stuff that may seem kind of mundane to you that people are interested in. So you can show them around what you're comfortable showing them, let them experience stuff. If there's things they can touch, that's great. If not, understandable. But people absolutely love the tour component of Open Farm Days. Talking to the farmer, people really want the ability to talk with the person that's in charge. If your Open Farm Days event gets busy, chances are you'll have some volunteers, and that's great. You'll need volunteers to help with your sanity and just help keep things running. But people really do like the opportunity to actually talk with the people in charge that can answer their questions and can give them information directly from the source. Wagon rides is another popular one that you can do. This sometimes is something pulled behind a tractor, horses, whatever it is. If you're curious, yes, it does fall under the insurance policy, so that's something you wouldn't need to worry about. But this has always been very popular in the past. People enjoy the opportunity to shop local. If you, for whatever reason, don't have something that you can sell on your property, that's quite all right. You can bring some neighbors by so they can sell their stuff on your property for Open Farm Days, or even offer them an experience that they can come and purchase on your property. And I believe that's going to get talked more about later as well. And education's another huge aspect. It kind of goes along with the tours. People are coming out because they want to learn more about Open Farm Days. They want to learn more about what individual farms in Alberta do, where the food comes from. They're going to have a lot of questions. And so the better answers that can get to those questions, they're going to enjoy everything. And now I'm going to go over some tips for success. And I want to thank Brenda, first of all, for gathering all this information together. These are things that farms have done in the past that they've contributed to their success, and we wanted to pass on to each and every one of you, that you can apply to this if you haven't already, or if you are, just to encourage you to continue to do these things. The first one is to recruit your neighbor. People, especially coming from the city, are going to be a little bit less likely to drive a few hours just to visit one farm. But if you can build up a little cluster of, say, 3, 4, however many farms you can get in your little region, they'll be a lot more likely to drive out there because they're going to be able to see more than just one thing. Instead, they can visit 4 different types of operations. And that helps out a lot for success for people wanting to come to your area. Market regionally, there, as mentioned, we do a provincial-wide campaign for Open Farm Days, but it's impossible for us to do a very in-depth job in every single area throughout the province. So that's why we give you stuff such as posters and postcards, and that's why we're going to do trainings today, especially what Nicholas can be talking about later. So you can do a good job marketing to those in your region to attract more people to come visit you during Open Farm Days. You can use the host login page on our website. If you visit albertafarmdays.ca, there's a host login part at the top there. And you can use the password OFD space host. And you can see some of the resources we have on the back. As mentioned, we will update these throughout the year leading up to Open Farm Days. So if there's some stuff that seems like it's a little maybe out of date or last year's, just give us some time and we'll have the new stuff updated on there. It is case sensitive, so remember to have the capitals and the space in there. Engage the 5 senses when you're out there. If there's opportunity to let people touch stuff, smell stuff, whatever that is, obviously be appropriate about it, but people will enjoy that part and it'll be a lot more memorable experience for them, and they'll be more likely to share it with their friends, which usually results in having more people come back the next year. Having something to sell is not only beneficial for you, but it's beneficial for the people that come out as well. A lot of people come out looking to shop local, and so they're a lot more happy if they can come away with some of your veggies or your meat or whatever it is that you can sell at your place. And Open Farm Days, while it is a good opportunity for egg education, there's still a tourism component of it where you have a chance to make some money. So make sure you take advantage of that while still offering a fair amount of free stuff. We do ask that all farms remain free for people to enter and have some free educational aspect. But if you're looking to sell additional experiences or products, feel free to charge for that there. But make sure you charge something reasonable that you'd feel comfortable selling to someone close to you, because we want people to have a positive experience visiting your farm. On our website, as mentioned, you will have a listing, and on there you can put your activity description. Make sure to review this leading up to your event and updating it accordingly. The more information you have on here, the better it will be. People will be less likely to visit your place if all you say is have animals or have a good time and have like only 3 or 4 words in your description. Instead, they want more details about what's going to happen, what they can experience. A lot of them are looking to actually take pictures even. If you can show what you have there through the picture you have on your listing, people will be more likely to come out and visit that. Having a welcome desk is something that is just beneficial for everybody. You as a host have a good opportunity to track the people that are coming in to your farm, where they're coming from, the amount of people that are coming. And if you want, you can start gathering a list of people that may be interested in purchasing products beyond the Open Farm Days weekend. And so having a welcome desk just helps keep things under control, especially when they helping people come to your site. It also makes them feel a little bit more welcome when you come to visit a farm and there's somebody there to greet you. It always makes it feel that much more welcome, and starts off the experience so much better. Chances are Open Farm Days will be quite an overwhelming experience for you, but not in a bad way. It's just going to be a very busy weekend. And so if you can recruit some volunteers, whether it be neighbors, family, friends, whatever it looks like, it will help reduce some of the stress that you'll have during the weekend. Volunteers are, especially if you've got a lot of people coming out, they're going to be essential just to keep your sanity throughout the weekend. But overall, Open Farm Days is a great experience for the host. Parking is a huge one. You're going to have people that come out and they're going to know where to park. Sometimes people have driveways that are just wide enough for one vehicle. So you're going to want maybe someone to control people coming and going to make sure people don't get stuck head on halfway through. And have someone control the parking lot. If you have limited spots, make sure you don't have too many vehicles come in or else people will get stuck there. Just to be aware of your parking situation, make sure you have enough spots, and if you are going to get more people than you have spots, to have somebody control that. You as a farmer, make sure you're there to tell your story. People connect a lot more with your farm when you are there to let them know what, where you, or how you got to where you are, what you're currently doing, what your future holds. All aspects of your story is very important to the consumer. And if you're able to actually come and personally tell them their story, it's a lot more meaningful than sharing the information another way. So yeah, that is some highlights for Open Farm Days in the past, 2019, where we're going for 2020, and some tips for success there. This is